Between the railroad tracks in Carlisle and the homes on the other side sits rows of power lines. Duke Energy plans to replace 90 wooden poles with steel ones to strengthen the power grid that serves 4,000 residents. Duke has informed up to 90 residents their property is part of an easement controlled by Duke. Duke says it needs the space to make the upgrades.
Given the voltage of the line, given the function of the line, there is a safe boundary that's part of the standard of that line that we have to maintain.
The Warren County recorder, Linda Oda, says she's gotten a lot of calls and received visits from people impacted by the project wanting to see documents involving their property. Oda says in this case, it might mean digging through records going back decades to uncover an easement.
Most deeds have a disclaimer on them that it's subject to all restrictions, covenants, easements, etc., that may have been accepted prior to the sale of the property, and that still must be honored.
Oda says this is the oldest documentation they have of that easement. It was recorded on February 7th of 1924. She says, to say the least, this situation is complicated.
It's even hard for our engineer's office to figure out where the map is for this easement that they're referring to. We haven't been able to be real helpful as far as telling people exactly whether or not their property falls inside the easement.
Some residents are taking issue with a line in the document which essentially says if a pole line is not constructed by July 1st, 1924 or within a reasonable time, then the agreement is void. Duke maintains the agreement is still binding.
Our goal is to try to be as minimally disruptive as we have to be.
Brooks says Duke realizes it's frustrating and creates a lot of questions. He says they're doing their best to make accommodations, but at the end of the day,
we have an obligation to provide reliable service, and that line serves thousands of customers all of whom are depending on us.
In Carlisle, Morella Porter, Local 12 News.
From breaking news to feel-good stories, Local 12 has it all. Tap subscribe and click the links for more content like this.